Okay, everyone, we'll get started. Welcome to everyone who's here today. We'll probably get a few more people as time goes on, but you're very, very welcome to join me today on the 15th of December 2021. So for those of you who have never attended one of these before, my name is Simon. I'm one of the Peachfolio team members. And most weeks I would do an AMA on video here within our Telegram. Last week, unfortunately, I wasn't able to do it because of a family issue, but I'm back this week, and it's great to be here. So just the first thing just to say is that we do record this. So if you do happen to want to ask a question once I've finished talking, just bear that in mind. You know, you will be recorded, and then we usually upload this onto YouTube, and it will also be available onto the Telegram for anybody who is unable to attend at this time, because obviously we have people from all around the world in our community, so it doesn't always sit. But thank you for coming, really appreciate it. And again, apologies for not being able to do it last week. Just one of those things. A small baby girl in the house, and I have to look after her, and these things take priority, as you know. Anybody with a family will know that. But anyway, I'm here, really excited to be here. We've got a few things to go through today. What we normally do is I'll go through my little bit, maybe takes 10-15 minutes just to chat about what I have to talk about, and then I just open it up. Then if anybody wants to ask a question on voice, that's great, or if they would prefer just to type a question into the Telegram, that's fine as well. I'll have a look there, and if I can answer them, I will certainly do my best. If I can't answer them, I will take that on board and get back to the team, and we'll get you an answer within the next few days, okay? But hopefully I'll be able to answer most of the questions, if not all of them. So I suppose just to start, I mean, we have a couple of things. I suppose we've got a couple of very big announcements actually to make today. And I need to discuss a few things as well, I suppose, with yourselves, the community, just to understand where we are and where we're going and where we hope to be in the next few months. It's been a really interesting few weeks, very interesting few months actually, just overall, not just with our project, but I suppose with crypto in general. You know, the last few months have obviously been very challenging for most projects, I think, in the crypto space, because of the way Bitcoin has been performing recently. Obviously, it's very up and down. It's been quite down, I suppose, over the last while, last few months, really, and obviously it's taken another dip. And when Bitcoin goes down, it tends to have a huge impact on the rest of the crypto market, which includes us, unfortunately, as well. So we are impacted by that as well, because obviously we're tied to BNB. BNB is impacted by the price of Bitcoin and so on. So it's been a challenge without a doubt. But you know, because we're a utility project, I suppose we have certain strengths, I suppose, that maybe other projects that don't have that sort of utility wouldn't have. And that is, you know, we have a real life product. We're developing and continuing to develop that product, and we're building on that. And we have obviously a very strong blueprint for where we're going in the future. So that will just continue, and we continue to improve and to build the product as we go along. And I suppose, you know, whether the market's up or the market's down, that will not stop us from doing what we intend to do. Obviously, we would hope that the token will grow along with it, and we believe that it will. But obviously, there's certain things that are outside of our control, and the overall crypto market being down really is one of those things, unfortunately, and it does have an impact. But I can assure you that, you know, we're still very calm. We're very much focused on the future. We're looking forward to all the different things that are coming your way and our way with Peachfolio and the broader ecosystem that we're going to build over the next few months. So, and I suppose with that in mind, last time we spoke, which was 2 weeks ago, I had sort of given an announcement as to what the date of the PeachHub would be. and that was the 29th of December. Now, we've had a look at that, and I know it's been discussed a little bit on our Telegram within the community, just because of how difficult the market is at the minute, about looking at what would be the best way forward, I suppose, for us. I mean, we could launch it on the 29th, and we certainly can do that, but we have to be mindful, I suppose, of the overall market conditions as well, and try and time things to try and get the best opportunities for us to push on, I suppose, and get the good exposure, and when people are ready to invest, I suppose, rather than being in fear because of the market being down. So I suppose with that in mind, I mean, with some big news, and we are going to push the date of the PeachHub a little bit back, only by a couple of weeks, probably 2-3 weeks or so, just to give us a chance, I suppose, to see how the market conditions change. Now, it's not all about the market. I mean, there are other things as well that we're looking at, but obviously the market has a big influence over things, and when you're trying to launch a new product, it is more helpful, I suppose, to have favorable market conditions to do that. But like I said, we can't control that, but certainly we can delay things a little bit and take note and just see how things develop over the next few weeks. So that's one of the reasons. I mean, but there are other reasons why we're going to do it, and I'm going to go into that now. We've got two really, really big strategic partnerships coming up. One of them I can announce today, which I'm really excited to announce, and it's something that I have, I suppose, teased a little bit over the last month or two. We are and have been in discussions with Polygon, which used to be called Matic, for those who have been in crypto for a while, which is a really big blockchain, very successful, very popular. We've been working alongside them actually for about a month or so, possibly even more than that. We've been in discussions with them for a long time. It's very exciting. I'm a huge Polygon fan. I've actually invested in Polygon a long time ago, and I was really excited and thrilled to actually get talking to the Polygon team. I was very, very excited that, first of all, they wanted to talk to us, but secondly, because of the overall the content of the discussions that we've had has been extremely positive, which is really exciting, and they're very impressed by what we're doing, which is great. We're so excited about that. They like the project, they like what we've done so far, and they like what our future plans are. So we're working together to sort of to integrate their blockchain essentially within not only the Peachfolio app, but also into the PeachHub as well. We're also in discussion with them about looking at grant funding and some promotion from sort of cross promotion from ourselves, but also from Polygon, which is really, really exciting. I mean, Polygon are a big deal, and we're still relatively quite a small project. We do aim to be a big project, but we're not there yet. Obviously, we've a long way to go. But I think what this shows is that even though our market cap is small, and I suppose the token hasn't really taken off yet, the fact that we have a product in place that we're able to show the likes of Polygon and other big players within crypto, what we have done and what we intend to do, it does open doors for us in a way that maybe other projects, won't be able to open those doors because they don't have any of that stuff. Even some very successful projects, perhaps, with bigger market caps than us, we're able to get in there. We're able to have those sort of high-level discussions with the likes of Polygon, and it's very, very exciting. We've really been bursting to tell people about this for a long time, but obviously until things are completely finalized and we're at the point where we're able to share information and they're happy for us to share it. You really can't say very much, unfortunately. So that's why I haven't really been able to push this before now. But hopefully you'll understand that this is potentially a very big deal for us. And it potentially opens up our products to a brand new, huge market. So we're very, very excited about that. And there's lots of possibilities for us, lots of potential there for us to grow that relationship, and we certainly intend to do that. As I said, we've also looked at the ongoing market conditions. I know I've talked about that a little bit, but I think that, but also the discussions we've had with Polygon, which are still ongoing, I think given us even 2 or 3 weeks additional time to work on the PeachHub, but also to have further discussions and get that integration with Polygon, get it sorted and get it right. I think that gives us more time to sort of, when we do launch the PeachHub in January, that it will be in a better position. Hopefully the market will be in a better position, but we'll see. It may or may not be, but we'll certainly hope that it will be. But also we'll be that further along when it comes to Polygon integration. So it's essentially what we're saying is we are going to push the PeachHub back a little bit. The date that we're aiming for to launch the PeachHub now will be on the 15th of January. Okay, so really it's only a few weeks away still. This is the 15th of December today, so really it's about 4 weeks away from now. So we've pushed it back about 2 weeks from where we were originally going to launch. So it's not a huge change, but it is a change obviously we need to make you aware of, and hopefully you'll understand the reasons behind that. And we're looking to integrate then Polygon or Matic as it's called very, very shortly after the hub is launched. And as I say, that will not just be for the hub, that will also be for the Peachfolio app as well. So it's really exciting news, and I hope you're happy about that, and you can see the potential that we have within Peachfolio and the project, and the sort of direction we are going. So we're very excited about it, and we're very, very happy and pleased that we've got this far. So and we're excited about what potential there is in the future. We have one other main strategic partnership that we're working on. It could be very, very big as well. It could potentially get us in front of thousands of new potential investors. Can't say that much about it yet, unfortunately. It's one of those Dave's NDA situations. We can't disclose anything at the minute, but as I said in previous week's AMAs, we have multiple discussions going on all the time with our forks in the fire, many different fires, with different strands of development going, not just within the app development side, but also on the business development side. We're in multiple discussions with different groups, different organizations, different projects, different blockchains, and also exchanges as well. So with many different strands of things that we're trying to bring together, and these things do take time, I suppose, to get to where you want to be, and when you can actually start talking about things a little bit more openly. And obviously we're now there with Polygon, which is fantastic. We're very, very hopeful about this second strategic partnership, but we're not yet in a position to announce anything about it. But I suppose what I want to say is that hopefully the Polygon news will reassure you that we're talking to the right sort of people, that we are getting access to high-level organizations, and that we're still very positive for the future, and we are. And hopefully all of you will be as well. Although, I mean, obviously it's been a very challenging few months for our project and all projects probably in crypto, and there's no getting around that. We know that, but we're not deterred. We're very calm about the situation, and we're looking very much to the future. And I suppose the next thing I want to talk about, again, this is something that the community has actually discussed numerous times. Just as I've been dipping in and out of the Telegram, I do see some of the conversations going on, and sometimes you see things and you sort of smile to yourself because you know that what people are talking about is actually something that we're working on, but we can't actually say it yet. And one of the things that I know some people have discussed was the possibility of Peachfolio NFTs. Well, we also like that idea. We thought it would be fun and also a really good way to potentially promote the project. So again, I'm really pleased to be able to announce this, but next Monday, so that'll be the 20th of December, we're going to release the first official Peachfolio NFT collection. And we're doing that with our partners in Hodooi. Now, for any of you who have been with us for 6 months or more, you'll probably remember that we did link in with Hodooi. They were our token of the moment for a week or two. We had an AMA with them, and we've kept in touch with Hodooi. They're a really big NFT marketplace. For those who don't know them, they in the past few months I think they sold the highest valued sporting NFT in the history of NFTs. Certainly it was at that time. I don't know whether it's perhaps been surpassed since then, but I think at that point it was a Tyson Fury, the boxer's NFT set, and one of them I think sold for about $950,000. So they're huge NFT marketplace. They're doing really, really well. Their Hodooi token has just launched on crypto.com. They're a really big deal, and they really like us. We get on very, very well. Both teams get on very well. So right from the very start, they had sort of said to us, why don't you do some NFTs? We can work with you. You can get it through our marketplace and so on. And it's something that we've thought about for a long time, but now we're finally going to do it, which is great. So we're looking forward to that. And the way it's going to work, they're going to have, at least some of them will have a bit of utility attached to them, in the sense that some of the NFTs, there's obviously going to be a rarity to them. You're going to have your bronze sort of tier to your diamond tier, and they're going to be linked to our tiers within our ecosystem. So essentially, if you were to purchase one of these NFTs that was in the diamond, the extremely rare NFT, you will actually unlock all future aspects of the corresponding tier within the Peachfolio ecosystem, and that will be permanent. So that'll be for life. So if anybody's interested in NFTs and likes NFTs and maybe trades with them and buys them, this might be something that may be of real interest to you. It would be another option for you to get access to all the different functions that we hope to implement within the ecosystem. Plus, you'll get a nice NFT that hopefully you'll be able to trade if you wish, or just hold on to, because it's a nice bit of art. So we're really looking forward to that. Obviously, we're also going to release a lot of affordable NFTs. So obviously, the ones that will unlock the tiers will probably be on the more expensive side, but we're going to release a lot of affordable ones, or more affordable ones. And what we're going to do with that is, if you buy one of them, it's essentially like a lottery ticket. So if you buy one of the, I suppose, the basic level NFTs, you'll get a chance to get drawn out of the hat, really. And one winner will actually win the diamond tier Peachfolio for life. So again, in the same way that if you buy one of the more expensive rare NFTs, you get access to the tiers for life. You'll also have the chance, if you buy one of the lower level NFTs, you get that draw. It's possible you could get pulled out of the hat and be lucky enough to get full access to the ecosystem for life. So We're looking forward to that. We think it'll be a fun thing to do. It should be a great way to promote Peachfolio and what we're doing. Obviously, we're really excited and happy to be working with Hodooi again, who are just go from strength to strength. They're huge now, and they're doing extremely well. So we're very pleased to be working with them quite closely. We're also getting verified status on their marketplace, which is great. So I think they have a similar system to what Twitter do, and they have like blue ticks. So you'll see that Peachfolio will have a blue tick as a verified NFT minter on their marketplace, which is really cool as well. It's really good that they've actually given us that. And there's also going to be a few extra special NFTs that we're working on as well. So if you're into NFTs, this should be quite interesting for you. And as I say, even if you're not into them, it should be, it's a possibility for you to get access to the diamond tier potentially as a bit of a lottery. So it's still worth thinking about, even if you're not that into NFTs. And also by the end of the year, I suppose the next sort of announcement to make. So by the end of this year, so I mean, obviously we're just the week before Christmas, so it's only about 2 or 3 weeks until the end of this year. So I'm really just saying in the next 2 or 3 weeks, we're going to have a new update rollout on the Peachfolio app. That's going to update the user interface, and it's got some performance and bug fixes coming, with also some quality of life updates and some new features as well. We do know, obviously, there has been some bugs have been identified by the community in the app support channel. Obviously, we're aware of some of the issues that some people have had. So we are working very hard to try and squash those bugs as quick as we can. So this update will hopefully address the vast majority of the issues that have been highlighted by people. I know some people have had the grey screen and various other issues like that, which are very frustrating. We know they're frustrating for people. We want the app to work as well as it possibly can. So all I can say is I can assure you we're working very hard behind the scenes to address those issues. We'll have this update out by the end of this year, which sounds like a long way, but it's only in the next 2 or 3 weeks. And all being well, that should sort the bugs out. And that's, I suppose, it for the main announcements. I mean, obviously, on the marketing side, we have been working with Crypto Token. You'll probably have noticed that we did a bounty in the last week, which was interesting. It was good. It got quite a lot of engagement with that. It continues to bring people in, and I think it's been good engagement on Twitter and YouTube and things like that. And also in the last few days, we have a contest which is ongoing between Rainbow and CumRocket as well. So that's to see which of their communities really want to have the reflections within our app. So that's ongoing. I'm not sure currently who's winning. I think Rainbow were maybe winning it the last I looked, but I think CumRocket have maybe had a bit of a surge as well. So that's ongoing. The good thing about things like that, first of all, it's very easy for us to run something like that. Obviously, it's a bit of work for us to get reflections and put in place within the app. But what's great about this sort of thing for us is that it again highlights our app to those communities, and those are 2 very big communities. Rainbow, as I'm sure you know, have been hugely successful at growing in the last month or 2. That they're doing extremely well. Hugely supportive community they have there. And CumRocket as well is absolutely enormous, as anybody will know. They're huge. Both have great big communities, and doing things, I guess, just gives us a bit more exposure and access to their communities, and it can really be a good thing. It's good for brand awareness and just overall engagement, and that's what we want. And like I said before, we don't see other crypto projects as competition. we see them as opportunities. You know, we want to reach out to them and get their communities to know about our app and see what we're doing and see the ecosystem that we're building. We want all people who are invested in DeFi and all projects to use the products that we're creating. That's why we're more than happy to reach out to other communities, and we're not shy about that. We're very happy to do that. We're happy to work with other projects and other communities. Obviously, last week as well, we added some reflection tracking to all the scenarios out there, the sonar people. So we just did that. It's a bit of fun, but also in the Christmas spirit. You know, obviously we have different people out there who are competitors doing similar things as us. Sonar obviously are doing they are doing different things to us, but some similar aspects to what we're doing. So we thought, in the spirit of Christmas, we would offer some reflections to all the scenarios. So I hope that was received in the way it was intended. And you know, we'll look to do things like that, I suppose, as we go forward. You know, we do have the option to unlock reflections for different projects. So, you know, if there's big projects out there that are really popular and growing very quickly, you know, it's a great way for us again to highlight our project to those communities, is offering reflections and things like that you know, people really like, you know, particularly if they have the tokenomics there. You know, people would very much like to know what they're earning day to day just by holding, and with our app you're actually able to do that. So it's one big plus point that we have. So we continue to push that. So I suppose that's the end of really what I was going to talk about. I'm going to now open it up. So I'm going to quickly have a look at the Telegram here and see if there's any questions. Also, if you want to ask a question in voice, now's the time. Feel free. Hopefully I'll be able to hear you. I think you're all unmuted, so you should be able to talk if you wish. But just remember, this is being recorded if you do choose to speak. But I'll quickly just look on Telegram here and see if I can find any questions. Let me see. Okay, so I can see one from Peachy Mark then. So question for AMA, have you thought about including tokens you will be tracking, a direct link to their swaps, as many have their own swaps and are more likely to invest in Peachfolio? If you include their swap products, links, or pop-up, guess it could be bad for security incorporating many swaps. I mean, that may be something we will look at in the future. Obviously at the minute, certainly within the app, it's really just a wallet tracker, so there's not a swap function within the app currently. Looking forward, once the hub is out, we will probably be looking to implement a swapping sort of exchange system within it in some way. So I suppose we'll look at all the different options of that, and the closer we are to that implementing things like that, we'll probably talk a bit more about the direction we're hoping to go on it. And obviously we'll want to get a bit of feedback from the community as well to see what people would feel would be of most benefit to them, because as always we're always trying to build things with the community in mind. We want to have you know, products that people want to use, not products that we think people want to use, if you know what I mean. So we're always looking for feedback from people, and we want to hear good ideas from people about things that they would like to see, because we do try and implement them if we can. Okay, so Ape Budiman question for AMA, how does Peachfolio attract customers to invest in your project? How do you convince them of the project you're working on, and give an example? That's like an interview question, isn't it? You have to give an example. I mean, we're always trying to look at new ways and use ways that we know work to try and show people what we're doing and get more people to know about us, and get them interested in our project and the products and so on. You know, a lot of the stuff that we've done over the last few months has been all about trying to do that. Some of the ways we have done that, to give you an example, is the partnerships that we've done with some big projects. Obviously, I've mentioned Hodooi. We had ComRocket. We've had other big projects that we've been able to get some exposure to their own community, show them what we're doing. We're of no threat to those sort of projects because we're doing something completely different. But we also have a product or are developing more products that their community hopefully would benefit from knowing about. So these are the sort of things that we're able to do. But also, we have the crypto token marketing. At the minute, with the marketing conditions as they are, which are very challenging and difficult, when the market's sort of down and there's fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the market, it's hard. When you can pump a lot of money into marketing, but if the market condition isn't right and people aren't there to invest or want to invest at the minute, you're almost wasting money, really, because very few people are actually looking to invest in products or in projects whenever the market's down, because they're more likely to take their money out of projects rather than put it in. So I suppose there's an element of timing as well, and we do adjust things depending on how we feel the market is. And obviously, because we're pushing back the PeachHub a little bit, some of the things that we had planned for marketing, we're also going to push back a little bit. Not only because of the date that we will now have in January to sort of structure things around, but also because we hope that the market will recover in some way. But as I say, it's not completely to do with the market. There are lots of other things as well. And if the market continues to be difficult in January, we'll look at it again. But right now we are absolutely planning just that 2 weeks delay, and we'll have the PeachHub up and ready in the middle of January. Right, I'm just scrolling back down. Let me see. I can see some people are interested and excited about Polygon and Matic. So Mo has asked there, hi Simon, you mentioned that Matic will be integrated into the upcoming hub. In what way? So the most obvious way that it will be integrated is that you'll be able to track any tokens on the Polygon blockchain in the same way that you can track all BNB tokens on the BNB blockchain, smart chain, and also Ethereum. So it will be the next, I suppose, big blockchain that we will integrate. But it's more than that. I mean, we're hoping to develop a partnership with them. So there's going to be shared cross promotional stuff as well that we're going to be doing, and there's also potential grant funding as well that we're looking at from their side also. So it's potentially very, very big, very, very big news. I mean, it is big news anyway, I think, just having the integration, but the fact that we're actually working with them, we're in discussions with them, and we have done for quite a number of weeks, I think it's very exciting. The potential and the possibilities are huge for this. So we're going to try and make use of that as much as we possibly can. Yeah, let me just keep going down here. So crypto ATF, are you going to delay any stuff from your roadmap if, let's say, Bitcoin dives hard this month? I mean, the plan is that we release when we say we are going to release, and really that's what we always try and do. Clearly, the market conditions do have an impact, because particularly when you're trying to launch a new product, and I suppose that's the difference. Here we are launching the hub, which is essentially a brand new product for us. So you want to try and time things in the best way you possibly can when you're doing that. So previously, with some of the updates on the roadmap we've had have sort of been linked to updates and things like that, and integrations within the app, which is different, I suppose, from launching a brand new product. Sorry. So when it comes to product launches, I suppose the timing's very important, and we will look at the market conditions. And we're not going to delay any further. We've talked about this a lot. We were really, I suppose, in two minds about what to do. Do we want to go and just go ahead with what we had planned originally, which was the 29th of December? Or do we want to give it a couple of weeks and just give ourselves a bit of time to breathe and possibly add further functionality onto the hub? But also, we knew we had the Polygon integration coming. So I think because Polygon integration, we're sort of in this partnership, we have a sort of time frame that we're working in. We can't go past mid-January, really. So our hands are kind of tied in that sense. So with regards to PeachHub, I think I can pretty much say with certainty that the date I have given you will be the date that we will launch it, which is on the 15th of January. Now, for future things on the roadmap past the PeachHub, some of the other things, some of them may involve a new product launch. Some of them will involve additional features on current products. So, like I said earlier, I think for the new product launches, we will obviously look at the market conditions at that particular time, whenever it happens to be. And it's possible we may need to be a bit flexible, I guess, with the time frames of that. If, as you say, Bitcoin dives or we hit a serious big bear market or something like that, and all the money just floods out of the market. So we'll need to look at that, and obviously we'll be agile and we will move and do things that we feel is most appropriate and best for the project. So I can't say for certain. I suppose I can't look into the future and tell you what will happen, but certainly from the PeachHub side, I can say that it will be out mid-January. And in the future, if there are any changes or any updates, if we're moving any dates, we will let you know. We'll let you know as soon as we decide. We're very transparent. We're open. We're not hiding anything. Any big decisions that we make, we do it for the best interests of the project, and we always try and communicate that as clearly as we can, the reasons why we do things. So hopefully I'll have done that today, and you'll understand why we've pushed it back. Like I say, we haven't pushed it back very long. It's only a couple of weeks, but we understand, when you give a date out, you do want to try and stick to it. So but we think this is the right thing to do at the minute. Let me see. Oh yes, some of the things that we've been discussing with Polygon has been about some of the financial services with regards Polygon and how to integrate them. Where to stake, how to farm, APY and things like that. Those are some of the things that we're in discussions with. So I suppose it's not just about integration of being able to track wallets. It's further integration than that within the ecosystem. And I suppose looking towards the future, some of the other things that we're going to launch as part of the ecosystem, we want to be doing that hand in hand with Polygon, and they're going to assist us with that in the future. So it's a big deal. It's a big deal. We're very excited about it. I don't see any more questions there. Apologies if I've missed one. If anybody wants to speak, feel free. If you don't, that's okay. I understand. Some people don't want to talk, and that's all right. So Diamond Peach Markets just put in there, if we're hand in hand with Polygon, will we be promoted as their official wallet tracker? I mean, I can't say that at the minute. Discussions are ongoing, let's put it that way, and I can assure you, Mark, if we feel we're in a position that they would agree to that, you can be sure we will be pushing it as much as we can. But obviously, you know, you don't want to push these things too much. You know, we're still getting to know them. They're getting to know us. Things are going extremely well, and we're very happy with things or how things are going. And that's certainly the direction we want to go. But we're not there yet. Let's put it that way. But we'd certainly love to be known as their official wallet tracker. That's certainly one of our goals. But I can't say that's the case at the minute. But we will try our best to go that direction. So hopefully that will answer your question. But yes, there will be cross promotional stuff between ourselves and Polygon. And I think we're probably going to send a tweet out later today, which should highlight a little bit more about that. Okay. So the Polygon integration in the hub is mid-January. What about the app? As far as I'm aware, now I could be wrong, that the app dev team could be ready to curse me here, but as far as I'm aware, the integration will be within both the app and also the hub. Now, whether they come out at the same time, I'm not sure. I'd need to speak to the team who are developing it to confirm that. Yes, sorry, I've just got a little confirmation there. So it will be the hub first. The PeachHub will have the Polygon integration first. The app will happen shortly after. It won't take too long. I can't give you a time frame at the minute, but I would suggest it would be weeks rather than months that it would be integrated within the app as well. So hopefully that answers your question. But as I said, as ever, you know, when we know for sure exactly timeframes, we will let you guys know first. Okay. Just see if there's any other questions. Oh yes, thanks. The team have just messaged me there. We're aiming for February. Okay, so February for the app having Polygon integration. So you'll have PeachHub coming out the 15th of January. It then very shortly after its release, we'll have the integration of Polygon, and then shortly after that, within February, you'll have it in the app. So that, I suppose, over the course of probably 4 or 5 weeks or so, you should hopefully have them both. But like I say, once we have the official dates, we will share them. Okay. And that, I think, is everything I have for today. I don't see any more questions. So all I'll say is thank you so much once again for joining me today. Next week, obviously, is Christmas week, so we're all excited about that for those of us who celebrate Christmas. Not everybody does, of course, but what we might do, and I've spoken to the team about this, we might try and bring a few more team members in for next week's one, just as a bit of a Christmas treat. You might get the chance to speak to some of the team members who you maybe haven't spoken to before. I know Dave has briefly been on one of these, and so has Alex as well. So we'll see if they can maybe join us next week, and perhaps 1 or 2 other team members as well, which would be great, because I'm sure you're all sick of the sound of me at this point. It's just me every week. And there's much more interesting people in the team than me, so it'll be good. So hopefully that we can get that sorted out next week. So yes, so I see somebody maybe just missed the start of the AMA. We always put this up. We'll have this saved in the Telegram very shortly, and then we'll upload it onto YouTube very soon. So I'm just going to stop the recording there.